Welcome to this yoga practice. It's your Friday noon practice. You don't necessarily need any props, although if you have a couple of blocks, I took a couple from the studio earlier, you can have a couple of blocks. Make sure that you can see me. And a strap or a belt or a scarf is also nice. If we're going to be working some hamstrings and some back strengthening, it's going to be helpful to have something that you can grab onto that gives you some length and you can pull on. I also want to mention, nowadays that we're kind of at home and not able to get out a bunch, my favorite book is right now, the Yamas and Niyamas. So if you want to read something and practice yoga off of your mat, I highly recommend Yamas and Niyamas. That's what our yoga teacher trainees are reading and we discuss each week. So this is available on Amazon or wherever books are sold. Maybe in the local bookstores, but you know, Amazon's best bet right now. Yamas and Niyamas by Deborah Adele. It shows you and shares with you the exploring yoga's ethical practices. And this week we're on non-possessiveness, or no, non-excess is what we're on, non-excess. So not ever, say, having or taking too much. And so those of you with toilet paper stashes, rethink your non-excess or brahmacharya, knowing that and trusting that there is enough to go around. And I've been really diving into that chapter lately because I own a small business, as many of you also own businesses or work in a business, and knowing that we do have enough to go around in this world and we have to trust the process, everything is going to be okay. And that's been my mentality and just staying positive. So thank you so much for being there with me. I'm also going to randomly pick a card from our affirmations that we'll have today. I wish I could ask you to pick one, but I'll take one and we'll do, this is our affirmation today. Oh, it's blank. We're not using a blank one. Second choice. I am inspired. I rise into my own strength and creativity. Perfect. This is a great opportunity to get creative in your practice, in your home, in your life, in your work. So I am inspired. We'll start our practice here. Come to a regular, comfortable seated pose on your mat. I am inspired. We'll leave that right there. The simple seated pose, and just get sort of the wiggles out if there's anything that you're feeling. And then beginning with that thought of inspiration. Lately, this past week, what has made you inspired? Take a deep breath in and a slow exhale out. Settling into this yoga practice, how has that inspiration been cultivating something new, different, and delightful in your life? Alex said she was gardening more. That could be inspiration in itself. Getting outside, seeing the sunshine, being able to do things we have not been able to do in our regular life now that we're on pause. I'm inspired to keep sharing yoga and keep sharing ways that we can connect so that we might stay in this uplifted, inspired, just bubble, I guess. So staying away from that negative, although it's good to be informed, but having a space to come into the positive, joyful place of our life. Keep taking some deep breaths. Hands rest wherever is comfortable. Eyes can close. One more deep breath in and out through the nose. And let's work into some Simple neck rotation. So take the chin down to your chest and rock your head side to side. Keep the eyes closed and stay with that. Actually, I have to come up and adjust my computer. But stay with the neck rotation side to side. As you do this, soften the shoulders a bit more. They go down the lower back, lifting through the torso, lifting through the spine. You take your head back up to the center. Look over your right shoulder. What's going on over there? Keep the shoulders forward, chest forward, gaze is back, and switch. And then back to the center. Wiggle your fingers, flutter the eyes open, reach those arms up. Connect the hands with gratitude. Hands come down to your heart. Do that again. Arms out to the side. Reach up, sweep up. All that goodness. There is still a lot of goodness. Exhale, hands to your heart. And once more, reach up. Hands to your heart. Let's be inspired for today's practice. Inspired to practice more often. Inspired to try new things. So we'll do that today. All right. Let's take it forward to your hands and knees. So shift forward. That kneeling position. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Little bend in the elbows. They face the back of the room. So if you bend them, they would be hugging the rib cage. Press into the hands around the back. Exhale. Cat pose. Meow meow. Inhale, lift up, arch the back. The great thing about this home practice is you might have your animals with you. It is so much fun to practice with them. I think it is anyway. A little challenge, but also kind of fun. So let's continue this back and forth motion. Breathing in the goodness and letting go and exhaling the rest. So notice how your spine is tilting. Is it tilting just at that lower back, or can you add a little bit more through thoracic spine, the upper back? Drop that heart as you come into that cow pose. And then as you round, really fill up the back, create strength, that the abs and the core in. And one more. Come back to a neutral position. Neutral. And give yourself a wrist stretch. Flip the hands. This is kind of fun because I practice along with you, so I get a feeling of what do I need to feel right now? I have been feeling quite a bit tight, so I'm joining you with the sensations. So you're going to shift back. Do not combine the words shift and sit. Not so good. Shift back. Lift back up. Flip the hands so the fingers point towards you. Palms are down. And then we do that same sort of lean back. And then taking it forward, extend through the right leg. Take it straight back, but the toes still on the ground or on your mat. Press the hands forward as you press the heel back and feel the calf. Calf, Achilles, ankle, core strength as you press. Lift the left foot off the ground so your knee is just tapping the ground. Press into the hands, lift the chest and the belly, and then lift that left knee. See if you can bring it up towards the elbows. Your hands are still forward in front of the shoulders as your heel presses back. Core strength, and then bring it down. Lift that right leg, hip height, keep it lifted. Reach the left arm forward. Take a deep breath in. Pull the elbow and the knee together. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in. This will be our little warm-up move of the day. Inhale, reach. One more, pull in. Exhale, take it in. Inhale, reach it long. And then place the hand and the foot back on the floor. We'll simply do the other side. Left foot steps back. Press into the foot, heel presses back. Hands pressing away, so forward, like you're trying to push your foot back. Keep both hands grounded. Right foot lifts up. Perhaps knee lifts up. Bring the knee forward without shifting your body forward. Hug it as close to the midline up to the chest as you can. Couple deep breaths. And take that knee down. Keep the leg, left leg extended, lift it up. Let's go hip height. Right arm reaching forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, round, pull it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. Once more, reach forward and back. Exhale, pull the elbow and the knee in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take the hand and the knee back on the floor. Take those knees a little wider. Sit back on the heels and extend the arms forward with your forehead resting towards the floor. Child's pose. Extend through those arms. Press the palms down. Keep the hands extended forward at about shoulder distance apart. Shift forward, tuck the toes under, heading to downward facing dog. Lift the knees, send the hips up and back, chest towards the thighs, and then bend the knees one at a time to pedal the feet. You can move or shift side to side. I like that for that rib cage section. I'm gonna move my hips side to side, taking whatever movement in this down dog feels delightful. And from there, walk those feet forward to the top of your mat, feet about hip distance. Forward folds. Ragdoll, so a little bend in the knees, shake up the head, grab the elbows, and sway. Enjoy this long lengthening forward fold. A mild inversion, heads below the hearts, hearts below the hips. Before we make our way to standing, let's take the hands down on the floor. Again, shake out the head. Lengthen through the back, like a half lift, but keep the fingertips down. Feel free to bend those knees even more. Left hand stays under your nose. Right arm, draw it up, reach it up. Bending to the left knee and straightening the right leg. Twist. Reach a little farther, find that exaggerated twist, and then bring it back down. Switch sides, lengthen. Right fingertips stay under the nose, reach that left arm up, twist it, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, exaggerate into that twist. And then we go back down. Bend the knees a little bit more and roll yourself up to a standing pose. Give it a little, I like wiggles every so often, and being that we're at home, we can kind of act and be however we want. So this gives you a chance to be inspired in your practice to do things maybe you wouldn't regularly do in a regular class. I don't know, because people are watching, who knows. Okay, top of the mat, finding our inspiration once again. Top of the mat, heading down to sun salutations. We're gonna also be doing 3 little back bends. Instead of upward facing dog, we'll do 3 back bends to activate that lower back, because when you're gardening or doing anything outside, there's a lot of folding, a lot of reaching down and forward using the back. So we wanna do the opposite, where we're lifting and strengthening and feeling that sensation here. So we'll add a few more back bends. All right, so, and twist, of course. Let's take those palms forward, gazing forward, just beyond eye level, beyond where you're standing. Notice what you're seeing right in front of you. Find a focal point where you can keep your gaze, stand tall, and breathe in and out. Hopefully we're breathing the entire time. Keep that gaze on that focal point. Reach those arms up, inhale. Exhale, open arms. Now release that gaze point and fold forward, hinging at the hips. Wide arms, like you're flying or floating down. Lift up halfway, take an inhale. Let's try this. Plant the hand and step the left foot back into a lunge. Take the back knee down to the floor. Left hand stays on the inside of the foot. Right arm reaches up for a twist. Rise and reach. Again, hold here. Exhale. Reach and exaggerate into that twist. Keep shoulders open, chest open. Exhale back down to the floor. Step the right foot back into plank pose, knees down. Hug the elbows towards the side of your ribcage and lower to your belly. Here's our 3 back bends. Hands off the mat. Lift, inhale, squeeze the shoulders, press the tops of the feet to the floor. Exhale down. A little bit more press into the hands, lift up, inhale. Feel the triceps activate. Exhale down. Okay, we'll do 4 of them. Fingertips, tips to the outsides of the mat. Squeeze those shoulders, press into the fingertips and lift the heart. Exhale down. Then we have to lift back up either to plank, kneeling, or up dog. Press into the hands. Drive the heart forward as you lift from the knees to the toes, up dog. Look down, tuck the toes under. Use that core strength to draw you back to downward facing dog. Good. Same leg that was forward before. We'll take a lift in it. So lift that right leg, be mindful of it. Bend the knee, lift the left heel, create space. Knee comes forward between the nose, between the shoulders, and steps between the hands. Let's stay up on that back leg this time. Left hand down, again, another twist. Reach the arm forward, right arm forward, around, and a circular twist. Then right back down, exhale, hands to the floor. Step the left foot, the back foot forward to meet the front. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, arms out wide, reach out and up. Hands to your heart. Gonna do that again, about the other side. Arms down, find that gaze point again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down, release the gaze point, folding forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, it's that right foot that steps back. Knee down, hands are on blocks or the floor. Right hand down, left arm reaches up, twist. Exhale as you hold and press. Look up towards the left hand, find an exaggerated twist, reaching way back. And then hand comes down to the floor. Back toes tuck under as you step the left foot back to plank pose. Knees down, lower to your belly and chest and chin. Baby cobra pose, lift the hands, squeeze the shoulders, activate the back. Exhale down. Higher cobra pose is a little cobra pose, not baby, but you're pressing. Feeling the shoulders and elbows squeeze together behind you. And exhale down. Fingertips to the outside of the mat, you'll feel something different as you lift. Exhale down. Hands under the shoulders, lifting to plank pose or up dog. Look down, roll or curl yourself back. Lift your hips up and back, down and facing dog. One more deep breath. And then let's take that left leg, lift it up behind you. Inhale, lift the right heel, tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knee, step between the hands. Keep the back knee lifted, right hand down. Reach the left arm forward, make a circle, half circle. Do that twisted lunge. Then reach forward and down to a regular lunge. Back knee bend, step forward, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rising out and up, lift up, bend the knees, reach up. Your hands to your heart. All right, so standing up tall. I'm gonna change my view here because I wanna see you guys. There we go. All right, so we're standing tall, right? Got it, and do a little bit of balance. A nice little rooted and grounded tree pose. So keep your left leg down. Right foot comes into the inner thigh, knee out to the side, or we can draw that leg up anywhere up the thigh. Walk it up, anywhere except the knee, of course. Knee stays open, arms reach up. If you're on carpet, it's gonna be a little harder, but also better in a way that it's helping your balance feel even more challenged, which is a good thing. So find that single gaze point again. Loving all the trees. If you're outside, look at a tree. Imagine yourself as the essence of that tree and be inspired by it. I currently have a tree that's in front of me. It looks like a Dr. Seuss tree. That's what I call it. Anyway, and then a lot of blooms are happening. It's springtime. So this freshness, this aliveness coming into our hearts, and then bring the hands back down, or switch sides. Right foot down, left foot in and up. Working that balance. Puppy, I see a dog. I love it. Left knee or opposite knee opens, hips forward. Arms can reach up, out. Maybe we want to be a certain specific kind of tree today. Palm tree, Christmas tree, Dr. Seuss tree. My Dr. Seuss tree looks like this. Not quite our pose. How about a little closed eye action? Woo! Good, and then bring the hands back down, and that left foot back down. Okay, back to the top of our mat. We're gonna get into a few more standing poses with a few more twists. Now that we've got our bodies all warmed up, palms forward, let's start from the top. Reach up, inhale, find that knees point. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Then step that left foot back again. Left knee down to the ground. Back foot on the ground. We've been here before. You're gonna keep the hands down either on blocks or on the floor for that nice flowing action from low lunge to half splits. So lengthening through that heart, looking forward. Feel the top of the left hip flexor and quad. As you exhale, straighten the front leg and send the hips back, toes pull back as well. Do that about 3 more times. Inhaling, find that low lunge. Exhale to your half splits. One more time. And we'll low lunge it, keep it there. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee, back knee. Open those arms out and rise up. So I'm gonna face you, but we've got this lunge with the right knee forward. Soften the shoulders. Take that deep breath, press the thumbs back. Exhale as you pull those elbows wide. Open the heart, squeeze the shoulders. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull it wide. Reach up. And then take your hands to your heart. Connect the hands, bring them down. We're gonna twist over to the right side. So from kneeling or knee lifted, deep breath in, preparing for the twist. Left elbow comes onto that right knee. Press into that right hand. And find your body ringing out from the bottom to the top, spiraling from tailbone to crown of the head. And you'll see me fall a few times too. It's normal, it's natural. Finding this nice lunge, ringing out twist. And of course, we could open the arms or keep them where they are. So let's rise back up, back to our lunge. I was feeling it. Inhale. Take the hands to the inside of that right foot. On the inside. Back leg is straight. Left hand's gonna bear most of your weight as you heel to that right foot into a kickstand. Left heel and blade of the foot places down. Reach up with that right arm. So we've got this variation of a side plank. I'll show it to you from this angle. Side plank with a kickstand. If you're still not having it here, take that left knee down and extend the right leg. Or you can then stack the legs as an option too. Side plank. Lift the hips high, extend the right arm. That top arm reaches. Look up. Are we staying here? I can pretend I'm frozen for 10 minutes. How would that be? No, let's not do that. All right, stack the feet or bring the knees down. Right hand comes down, plank pose. Downward facing dog. If in between you'd like to do that vinyasa flow, you can. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg again, the one that was just in front. Bend the knee and open up in that hip. Rotate through the right ankle a couple times, lifting that knee. I'm gonna try another little activation of the back bend, kind of like a side plank. Here we're just in, hopefully your hands are feeling okay. Feel free to take a pause whenever, take a break. If you're watching the recording, you can always push pause. Shift your weight forward so you're more in a plank pose. Right leg is lifted. A different kind of kickstand this time. Right foot goes way back behind you to the floor. Right arm reaches up. And then send it beyond your head, your right arm. Lift those hips. It's a bridge style pose or flipped down dog. But you can stay in the kickstand side plank too. Be mindful of that left shoulder. Lower the hips down, reach that right arm up. Unflip, right hand comes to the floor, lift that right leg up. And back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward, top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, reach out, lift up. Hands down by your heart. Other side, rise up, reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Step your right foot back this time into that lunge, low lunge, back knee down. Foot untucks or points to the back foot, points to the back. Hands on the floor or blocks, deep breath in, low lunge. Exhale, straight leg, half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana, we can just call it half splits to low lunge. Do that about 4 times. We've got one more and we'll head into our high lunge with a twist. Tuck the back toes under from that low lunge, lift the back knee, then reach up. Keep the feet about hip distance separated right to left. Bend to that left knee. Pull the elbows back again, find that squeeze of the shoulders. I know we all have indicated forward lately, especially. Reach up, inhale. Pull the lower belly in, feel the back right leg. Exhale, elbows, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Connect the hands and bring them to your heart. Okay, good. Take a deep breath in. Let's twist it up. Twist, twist, twist it up. Press into that left hand. So your hands are coming down towards your heart. See if you can close the gap between your shoulder and the knee. And then decide what you would like to do today with that back knee, up or down. Let me hold for a little while. Feel the wringing out of your body with every inhale and exhale, a little ebb and flow into and out of the pose. Back to your high lunge, reach up. Exhale, hands back down to the floor. Just take the hands to the inside of the left leg if you didn't do that on my cue. Let's take it to the inside. Awesome. Get strong through that right hand. Little bend in the elbow to help keep that tricep alive and shoulders safe and soft. And let's heel to that left foot out to the side as you drop onto the blade of the right edge of the foot. So you got this kickstand. Left arm then reaches up and your hips rise. Hopefully hands are doing okay. You can always be onto your elbow Left arm reaching forward beyond your head. You can choose where you want to be for the side plank. It's more of a side plank than a back bend. So your right side of the body is activating to lift. Then using whatever variation, whether that's kneeling or stacked feet that you'd like. We will be on our right hand again for this next one, so just be aware of that. You can lift a little bit higher, and then take the left hand down towards the mat, down and facing dog. Maybe shake out that right wrist, or go through that vinyasa flow. Should have switched sides, but that's all right. We'll stick with that same side. Left leg rises up behind you. Bend your knee and open up in that hip. It can be tempting to put more weight on the right hand, but let's not do that today. Let's do both arms equal weight. Pressing down through the right heel. And then shift forward into more of a plank pose. Left leg is still lifted. This time the left foot will kickstand behind you, so take the left foot way down, spinning onto that blade of the right foot again. Left arm reaching up or forward. Hips can rise if you want that back bend of sorts. Back bend, open up, hips up. Or stay with the side plank. And then lower those hips back down. Hand comes back down to the floor, look to where it goes first. Then unflip the legs. And then take the knees down. Sit back in child's pose. So arms extended or reaching towards your heels. Take a few more breaths, relaxing into the shoulders. Relaxing on your head. Then hands reach forward again, back to downward facing dog. We've got one more balance pose we're going to do while standing. So walk those feet forward or jump the feet forward. Forward fold to your half lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, look forward, rise up, reach up. And hands down next to your side. So if you would like to take a strap for this next one, if you have something to use, you can pick that up. I'll use it as an example. We're going to be doing a balance pose, leg extended with a twist. So hand and foot to balance, or strap and foot balance, or knee balance, while twisting to the side. So it looks like this. Let's start with the left leg down, right knee bent. I'm going to use my strap. This is not a crowd favorite, but I like to put it in here because of that. A little bit challenging, and knowing that we're here to try new things sometimes and do things that find ways that these poses, this breath can inspire us in new and different ways. So we're going to lift up in that right leg, either grabbing the knee or the foot or a strap, and hold it out. Grab your strap or your foot or your knee with your left hand. Right arm's going to reach back. Twist. Staying with this nice balance. Feel free to grab a wall or a table or a chair if you've got carpet or a squishy floor. So here's where we get a little bit tricky. I'm gonna do this, let go of the strap if you have it. You've got the knee, or you're grabbing underneath the foot. We'll windmill the arms, right leg does a nice swing back. Windmill the arms, right hand comes to the floor, right leg lifts, twist to the other side. Revolve half moon. And we're gonna do that transition a couple times. Let's try it. Look down for balance. Rise up, lift the upper body. Right leg forward. You can grab the knee or the foot and reach the right hand back. Couple toe taps, no problem. Do that again. Arms rotate, right leg kicks back. This is sort of the peak of what we're practicing today, strengthening the left ankle and leg as we do these slow transitions. So one more time from standing to half moon revolves. Yes, I know that left ankle feeling it. Lift, twist, look up, and both hands down, half standing splits. Lift that right leg high, and place the right foot back down to the floor. Give your knees a little shake out or bend one at a time. Left ankle rotates. All right, roll yourself up, stand up again. Woo, reach up. We're keeping it simple by just doing that on the other side. So find that strap to start with, maybe, or grabbing the foot or the knee. Lift that leg out in front of you. Oh, you can even just hold it out without touching it, right? Body is tall, so avoid the lean back to get the leg up. Abs in, foot or strap, grab it with the right hand, left arm reaching back twist. Stay in that twist. Just gonna grab my toes instead. Straight right leg, you're rooted, you're grounded. And then we add that transition flow. So we let go of the foot, the knee. It swings back, doesn't touch the floor. Left hand touches the ground. Right arm up towards the sky. Look up for a moment. Transitioning two more times, twice more. Rise up. A cleansing style of movement. These arms in what we sometimes call a water wheel style of movement. This windmill rotation. Strengthen that right leg. You can feel it. I know you can. Rise up. Do this one more time. And bring it down into that revolved half moon. And then both hands down to the floor. Lift that left leg high. And step it back. Step both feet back. Downward facing dog. Knees down. Sit back on the heels and bring the legs around. We're now in a seated pose. Feet together, knees open wide. Scooch a little farther forward, bound angle. Deep breath in. And pull it forward, elbows next to you on your thighs as your heart and chin send forward. Okay, lift back up. We'll do a little bit deeper into the hips now, but in a seated pose, and then another seated twist. So we lift the legs up. Let's try this together. I'm just gonna switch sides back and forth so you can see me. So don't mind me, what's the front of the back of the mat, whatever. Feet forward in front of you, hip distance, hands behind you, underneath the shoulders, lift the hips. Squeeze through the shoulders. This is another one of those back activation type of poses. You got the posterior chain activating to lift, and we're stretching the front. From reverse tabletop, let's take right leg and lift it up, stamping the ceiling with the foot. Ankle then comes down to the knee for your figure four. Knee draws down towards the floor, won't touch, of course. Hips rise again, and then lower down. Flex that right foot, and we've got this nice sitting figure four, hands down on your mat. Feeling sensations. hip opening. We didn't do any warrior poses today, so we didn't do a lot of glute stuff, but we did plenty of other things. So from this figure 4 seated, where you're sitting up tall, take the right foot, the one that's on top. We pivot in the hips to take the right foot down. And you can adjust a little on your mat if you'd like. Hug the right knee with your left arm or elbow to your knee, and we twist over to the right side. Bringing out the body, spiral up the spine, gaze back at eye level. And then releasing that twist forward again, hands behind you, lift back up to that figure 4 pose. Press into the left foot to lift the hips once more. Right leg lifts up. Take it down, foot down. Swing the hips between the hands. Try to keep your booty lifted. Swing, lift, and then re-pull back to reverse tabletop. Left leg lifts this time. Stamp the ceiling, ankle to the knee. Hips press a little higher and lower down. We've got that sometimes called Brazilian pigeon pose or seated pigeon pose, seated figure 4 position. So flex with the left foot, lift through the crown of the head. You can close the eyes to feel a bit more. Maintaining that deep breath. Then heading to that twist, left foot flex, places the foot down, or place the foot down as you pivot in the hips. Your foot, if it's not comfortable on the outside of the knee, you can move it to the inside. Hug the knee with that right arm or elbow goes to your thigh or outside the knee as you press, twist, release, and rotate. How many ways can we say twist here? Look back past the left shoulder. Then bring the body back to the unwinding twist. Lift the figure 4 legs, hands behind you, press into the right foot, lift the hips. Left leg lifts, place it down and swing the hips through the hands once more. So you can get the hips high, press into the hands, tuck the chin around the back, and then lower down into a seated staff pose. Sitting up tall, reach up, fold forward over those legs. So you might find a strap around your toes, or you might find the toes of the ground to your side. Nose forward towards the toes, crown of the head reaching to the toes too. Rise back up. What we got for time? Awesome. This is a perfect time to make our way down to the floor. So toes to the top of the mat or the back of the mat. Reach forward, round your back, and slowly lower down. Hug your knees in when you get there. Rock side to side, just to release any of that tension or tightness in your lower back. And take the feet down to the floor hip distance, or take those feet actually wider, about mat distance. And the knees are windshield side to side. So take this motion, this movement, between the right and left sides, and no need to speed through it. So just following those knees to the right and the left. A little bit more looseness for that low back. The knees back towards the sky, towards pointed up. Heel toe the feet in a little more so they're hip distance. Heels close to your backside. Reach to the feet, palms down. Press into the feet for bridge pose, lifting those hips, squeezing the shoulders together. Option to interlace the hands behind you, pinkies on the ground. Keep weight into the big toe. Big toes of the feet so the knees don't flare open. Then lower down from that bridge pose. And again, heel toe the feet a little wider and take the knees side to side. One more core strengthening sort of activation that we'll do. Take the legs, knees and legs straight up, like you're in legs at the wall. Now, if it's not comfortable to take the legs straight up, bend them, just slightly. Arms out to the side like a T. We're going side to side without touching down completely. We're going to feel the core activation, and this oftentimes it's a core exercise in fitness classes. We do it slow with the breath. So palms are down, so you're able to press into them. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, legs over to the right side, just until the knee and the foot almost touch. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale to the left side. Inhale, lift back up. And keep going, right and left. We got 2 more each side, so 3 total. And then hold it at the top when you're complete. Hands will then go towards the front of your mat, so palms down. We can stay in the legs up the wall pose, pause here, or press into the elbows. Lift the hips, maybe placing them on a block, or shoulder stand, elbows or hands to your low back. Now, a lot of people don't put shoulder stand into all levels classes, but I like to give the option because it's comfortable for some. So if it's comfortable for you, keep your gaze up towards your toes. You can get into this bigger inversion. But legs up the wall and just maybe the low back on a block or a blanket is also going to be just as beneficial as far as the inversion goes. And from shoulder stand or from legs at the wall, if you'd like to take your feet behind you for plow pose, legs will descend towards the back of the room. Finding a nice little stretch out in that back and forward fold that's upside down. If the toes touch, you can interlace the hands and press the pinkies down once again. And bend the knees so they're around the ears or hugging them close to your chest. We'll find that slow roll down to the ground. One more time, take those feet a little wider on the mat, knees bent, and rock those knees side to side, windshield wiper style. So we're heading then into 5 minutes of Shavasana. I highly encourage you to stay here. I will be here for 5 minutes and then saying goodbye and ending together. So I encourage you to stay. with Shavasana for 4 to 5 simple minutes of quiet and peace relaxation. So let's go ahead and move into that place. If you need to grab a blanket or something to make you comfortable, if you want to lay in your bed, that's okay too. Take a little nap. You can either take the feet together, knees open wide, a pillow under the knees, or extend the legs, finding just somewhere where you can totally let go. And then we're back to our intention, our card. I am inspired. I rise to into my own strength and creativity. We all have the strength and creativity we need to rise to inspiration. So we can think on that while we are in Shavasana, are ways to feel inspired and ways to be creative. Just like as if you were injured, it's an opportunity to be creative with your yoga practice and your fitness. So right now the world is a little bit hurting. In what ways can we be creative in our lives and for others and ourselves? Let's be here, contemplate, meditate, and relax. All right, if you're still with me and in Shavasana, go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. Wiggle through your fingers. Take some movement through your head, your neck, your elbows, ankles. And take a long stretch, reaching those hands back behind you and roll to your side. From that side lying position, gently press back up to a seated pose, imagining us together as we are usually in our yoga studio and now just on our virtual yoga studio. Reach your arms up, take an inhale, gathering up that inspiration and goodness, and take it down to your heart. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.